I do have one like big speculation. This is not best or worst. This could be best and worst of NAMM. I would put it on either
combo.
list. Here is the Quad Cortex booth. Soon.
Right.
Now, it's not lost on anyone that this is, some people are finding this highly ironic, that the people who are waiting on plugin support for the QC find this hilarious or infuriating that it's soon after 3 years.
I was really hoping to show up here and see that.
And so I thought they were going to be here, and they're not. And there's some rumors going around NAMM of, they were here, but then they got upset. They got in a fight with NAMM, and then I don't know about any of that. It doesn't make sense to me, because where would you come up with those letters? They're giant letters. Soon with the so they're obviously teasing something. So I'm going to speculate on what I think is going on, because we had a conversation about new things, and I think they have something new in a big way, and I'll tell you why. I think it's a new hardware unit. So I think they're going to have a new hardware unit. They release plugins all the time. It's not a big deal. So it just has me going, well, you release plugins, you just put on your Instagram story sooner with the outline, and it builds some suspense, and then boom, download the plugin. The way you buy plugins, that's the best way to do it. You don't need to do. So it doesn't feel like they would do this for something so typical as releasing a plugin. They've also already told us we're going to get the store, the editor's going to come out of beta. We're going to get plugin integration. That's all on the roadmap. It's already announced. It also feels weird to bring attention to the fact that you're so behind schedule by going soon.
Right.
So I don't think they're pushing on that. So it leads me to go, what else is there? And I got to ask myself, do I think... Okay, so I'm going to say I think they got a new something. I think they're working on something. Now, their unit is best in class, I think. Touchscreen, everything. You can like something else better, but it's hard to argue that it's not... I think it's best in class level, whatever that means to people, right? Are they going to go bigger or smaller? I don't think they go bigger. They're more DSP than a lot of people. They're more flexible than a lot of people. Touchscreen. They have features that are beating the competition at the $16.99 price point.
They already have the most capable unit in this, like, in terms of like capabilities per cubic inch.
Yes.
They're already winning.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
They're best in class. They are competing with Fractal at a higher price point.
Right.
They're better than other things at their same price point.
Right.
Helix.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, Helix. And the price of it, by the way, hey, there's another thing. The price of Helix, they lowered it. It is now $14.99.
Right.
All those retailers that are $200 off Helix, the new price is $14.99. That tells you they know. They know they're being outpaced.
Right.
Okay. So I don't think it makes sense for QC to go bigger. I think it makes sense for them to go smaller.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense. When they came out, they were the sweet spot in terms of size, where Helix is too big for a pedal board. It is the pedal board. Kemper Stage, little smaller, but still too big for a pedal board. And they dialed in this right in the middle unit. You could put it on a pedal board. You just needed a little bit of a larger pedal board to make it work, or just a couple pedals. But it also was big enough to just be used by itself.
Right.
But it wasn't too much. With Tonex, with UA, with the Kemper Player, I think, who does that hurt the most? I'll be honest, my anecdotal, I see a lot of people, I get emails. HW, I left Kemper. I was on some other things, Quad Cortex included, UA, whatever. Now the Player's out. They go, I bought my profiles 2 years ago. I bought everything back. Can I have them back? Right? So it's like, you sold your Kemper with all my promo. Okay, so we're duplicating, but whatever.
Right.
So I look at that person and I go, yeah. How about you? You want to upgrade? You want to get everything you missed for the past 2 years? And usually they're like, yes, they're back in the Kemper world because they wanted something smaller that integrated better.
The form factor.
I've got to think when QC came out, it was the best unit to integrate on a pedal board. And today, it's not even in the conversation.
Right.
That aspect of it.
Yeah. Now it's looked at as like
It's
the
one of the big
smallest
guys.
standalone unit
Yes.
you can get.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't even think anyone's having that conversation because now it's just like standalone units are like pedal board standalones or little pedal board player units, kind of thing, for lack of a better term. HX Stomp. So it's like now it's two classes. When they came out, there wasn't the bottom class. Tonex wasn't out. Player wasn't out.
Yeah.
It was only HX Stomp, and that's easy to beat. So I think they go smaller. I do. I think they go smaller. Now I don't know what it is. I don't know any, but I think they've got to look at UA. They've got to look at Tonex and go, that's a part of the market. We have the app. We have the ecosystem. We've built the hard part. You know, we can make hardware with this tech, put it out. We can get compatibility going down. Why would you buy the QC though? Why would you still buy the QC over that other unit if that's what a lot of people want? Plug-in support. My plugins go on the big unit, not the small one. We're separating feature sets like Kemper's doing, limiting effects and stuff.
That's actually a really good point. I was sort of not with you until you said that. I was sort of like, that sounds too good to be true.
Yes, because everyone's
to get a smaller unit, even if it's like
you don't want to cannibalize yourself. Everyone's in that balance,
right?
But I bet plugin support will drop at the same moment the new thing drops, so that it eliminates the conversation about now why would I buy a QC?
Right.
Boom, QC with plugin support, and you buy a QC, you get 2 free plugins. They're already doing that.
Oh,
and a lot of people are going, hey, I bought my QC 2 years ago, and now I'm buying plugins, and I'm still waiting for integration. I bet you buy the QC now, and it comes with a plugin, comes with maybe 2 free ones. You can integrate them. Great value, even more value at the $16.99 price point.
Right.
The marginal, the margin on one more digital unit for them is effectively 0. Huge advantage, and you got the small guy come into our ecosystem, buy hardware from us. Thoughts?
I'm hopeful for that, man. I like everything
too.
you just said.
I love it
because I'm really in. I'm really in on everything that they're doing right now. I love the plugins, and I think the Quad Cortex, like you said, best in class, like editor.
Yeah.
Or maybe I think you guys like the AxeFX editor more, maybe, but like best in class in terms of like features on the
QC
thing.
has better UI, and it's beautiful. It's well done. No shade on it.
Right.
You could say it's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm really in on everything they're doing, and if they do, I feel like that would be a big leap forward in a good way for them. So.
Right.
So does it do a lot less than your?
So that's what I'm wondering.
QC
Is it more HX Stomp, like maybe you get one line of DSP, or is it Tonex style where you just get the amp?
Just get the amp.
I think what's the most important is the size.
Stereo.
If the size is down,
Oh, what if it? Yeah, because that's
they're going to do
Give
it.
Addison what he wants. Please.
It will be stereo. Trust me, it will
it'll-
be stereo because
Absolutely
they
it
will
will.
be
Yeah,
looking.
absolutely.
I don't think they're going to get a price point lower than Tonex at $299.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're smart guys. I've gleaned from interacting with them. They are very smart.
Mm-hmm.
They know where they need to be in the market, $16.99, $15.99, whatever. They're going to look at the lower price point and go, we're going to be there with stereo. That's how we beat everybody.
Because look at
Yeah,
what
the
the Quad
player.
Cortex.
Watch out.
Look
Yeah.
at what the Quad Cortex did when it came out. It was like basically like unlimited ins and outs.
Yes.
Like you can do
Yes,
whatever.
they were trying to blow
like
everybody
whatever
away.
everyone else does, we do 4 times as many.
They were trying to
you
blow
know?
everybody away.